It seems that Olga's mother was onto something that got her killed. Could it be the key to finding out about the NAR's plans? Just be very careful, my love. I feel you getting closer to the heart of evil. Soon you may reach a point of no return.
For the lab, Igor. Should be in the middle of NAR's camp. See if you can slip in unnoticed. Don't get in any fight unless you have to.
Sure thing, Mum. And don't worry, I've got my sweater.
You've got some issues, don't you?
Okay. Now's not the time to get distracted.
Locate the lab and try to reach it without drawing attention. You don't want to fight all these guys at once.
Huh? Nah, it's probably a rat or something.
Prepare 50 mils of ferric chloride and 100 mils of chlordiazepoxide.
I know that voice. Where have I heard it before?
Right away.
Send everything to the main laboratory tent. Don't make me wait.
Yes, sir. Who are you? What are you doing in here? That man on the phone. Who was it? You're Kiminyuk. Dear God, please don't hurt me. I asked you a goddamn question. My boss, you mean? I don't know his real identity. Almost nobody does, I swear. Do you really want to play it this way? I can see you're scared, and rightfully so. But it seems you're deliberately trying my patience. No, not at all, sir. Please, I can't tell you what I don't know. But I can tell you other things. Just ask. Just don't kill me. I can be useful. You'll see.
Vanya, my patience is wearing thin. Where are those damned chemicals?
Answer him, but casually. Relax. Yes, I'm sorry. I'll send them right away. Apologies for the delay.
Spare me the excuses and move! I need that core diazopoxide and I need it now! You two, continue without me. I hope for your sakes you don't screw this up.
It would be best if you forgot I was ever here.
Of course. I won't tell a soul.
Look at the tissue structure. This used to be a liver, if you can believe it. We need to collect samples.
The brain is hyperactive. Look at the chart. But it still doesn't respond to any stimuli. The previous subject had quite a different reaction. What's behind this difference, I wonder? Age? Sex?
Vanya? Finally! Who the hell are you? What did you do with Vanya?
Stay very still if you want to live.
Please don't hurt us. We're scientists.
Yeah, so was Dr. Mengele. Are you performing a vivisection without anesthesia? Administering shots of typhus? What are you doing exactly? I really want to know.
No, nothing like that. We're not beasts. We treat our patients as humanely as possible. But you have to understand that...
Scientific advancement requires sacrifice. Other people's sacrifice.
You make it sound sinister. But yes, everything we do is for the greater good.
How does it work? Are you shooting these poor souls up full of Chernobylite?
I can't talk about that. The NDA we signed is very strict. The penalties...
Did you just say NDA? Are you for real? Stop being a corporate stooge and start thinking about your own life.
Sure, you're right, of course. We started out giving them shots, but that was just the first stage. We're way past that now.
Uh-huh.
It was, you see. The fatality rate was... it didn't bring the desired results.
We've moved from administering nano-solutions to directly editing human genomes to enhance them with Chernobylite. We've developed our own Chernobylite CRISPR.
Your patients or subjects, whatever you call them. Especially the locals. What happened to them?
Which ones? There were many patients here. Some of them didn't make it past the final phase. The others, we don't know.
Don't let him dodge the question. Make him talk.
Look, please, can we all try to stay calm? Let us explain. Modifying genomes is only the first step. Next, we induce a state of superconsciousness in the subject's gamma brainwaves. It's basic neurology. The sympathetic nervous system begins to release enormous amounts of energy straight to the brain via the thalamic gate at the brainstem. When the thalamic gate opens, the energy flows to the pineal gland and... well, there you go. I don't like to use this term, but it opens a third eye.
A third eye? Right. Then what?
Enhanced by Chernobylite, the pineal gland can do incredible things. Release all kinds of energy, and even influence physical objects, as in telekinesis.
You're torturing people so they can bend spoons with their mind? God, what kind of quacks are you?
This is all following the scientific method, believe me. These are closely monitored, replicable experiments. Anyway, when the subject is ready for the final stage, we put them in an induced coma. Contrary to what you might think, it's for their own good.
Explain, and fast. What is this final stage?
Our boss calls it communion. It's when the subject's gamma brainwaves interact with Chernobylite's mental waves, or, well, to tell you the truth, we don't know exactly what it is. Chernobylite is like a virus, in a way. It's not exactly inorganic matter, but neither is it a living organism. It's something in between. And it produces a type of brainwave, even though it clearly has no structured organic tissue.
Well, what's the purpose of this communion?
This is where it gets really interesting. You know that Chernobylite can be used to create wormholes, right? You've been doing it yourself. But these wormholes are special. Haven't you noticed? They're not a purely physical phenomenon.
I don't understand. What else could they be?
We know what singularities and the tunnels should look like. We know what they are in theory. But has anyone actually been inside one before?
Bullshit. I've studied Chernobylite too. The exotic energy it contains is powerful enough to create quasi-black holes and passages between them.
We thought so too, at first. But think about this. What if there was an organism, or a virus, an entity powerful enough to create its own singularities?
No biological organism could encapsulate that kind of energy, or survive if it did. A living entity would be torn to shreds.
But Chernobylite is not a normal biological organism, is it? We have no idea what it is. Just try and consider the possibility that the wormholes you're walking into are not something created outside of Chernobylite. They are Chernobylite. You're traveling through the veins and corridors of its multidimensional body.
But what does that have to do with this communion thing?
Isn't it obvious? We're trying to communicate with Chernobylite, or somehow influence it through the mental energy of our subjects. But getting inside this thing's mind, or whatever it is, must be a truly disturbing experience.
You're fucking insane, both of you. You need to stay away from the morphine cabinet for a while. I've heard enough. Who's your patient here?
I'm not sure, but she must have been carefully selected.
Selected? How? Did she volunteer? Or was she maybe run down and captured by soldiers in the woods? Talk!
I'm not familiar with the selection process. Our boss would know. But we know very little about him.
What's your boss in charge of exactly?
The entire biotech division, pretty much everything Chernobylite related, but mainly the impact on human physical and psychological functions.
Clustered, regularly interspaced, short palindromic repeats. How does this work with Chernobylite?
It's similar to a standard gene editing tool. We take specialized protein from a certain bacteria, modify it with Chernobylite, and then target the exact genes we want to modify.
Wait, I know more about physics than genetics, but CRISPR is usually done on embryos, right? And it takes time, sometimes even years, for mutations to show.
Our boss developed his own methods. The process is applied directly in the subject's body. The speed of the mutations has increased exponentially. It no longer takes years, but weeks, sometimes mere days. Marvelous, isn't it?
Enough. All I've got from you so far is a bunch of gibberish. I want to see the actual research. Where do you keep your data? All the research data?
Check the database in this computer. Everything can be accessed from here.
It's password protected, isn't it?
Promise not to kill us and we'll tell you.
Don't worry, I don't give a shit about you. Password.
23#98S$.
Listen to me very carefully, Igor. This research, this data, it's too dangerous to exist. My people died because of it. Delete everything. It won't bring my mother back, but at least no one will profit from her death, and the deaths of others.
You need to download this research, Mousy. This is the Rat King's brain stash. It's dangerous, yes, and inhuman. But it could contain the key to defeating him.
These guys are telling the truth. They really achieved something incredible here.
Why did you do it? God damn you!
You did good, Igor. We will turn this information into a weapon against the Rat King.
Another hour gone, 3 more to go. Fucking hell. It's probably a rat or something.
I'm sorry, Olga. Nobody deserves to die so horribly.
I was hoping for some good news, but perhaps I was foolish. My mother, these people, they were all just used, processed. How could anyone do something like this? Anyway, did you find anything of value?
Not sure yet. Bizarre theories about Chernobylite, mostly. I don't know if I want to get into the details yet.
Try me. I'm not a bookworm like you, but I'm not stupid either.
Well, NAR seems to think Chernobylite is like a giant turtle that carries our universe on its back. They figure they can tame it and ride it wherever they want. Like a pet.
A turtle?
It's just a metaphor, but the scientific theory behind it is no less insane.
Right. Thanks for trying, I guess.
I can hear his voice again, Mousy. He whispers.
The Rat King is talking to you.
I wouldn't call it talking necessarily. It's more like a feeling of impending doom. Terror. It's always there, rustling about in the shadows. I can feel its gaze upon me, inhuman, infernal, like something from the void.
Who is the Rat King?
Bet you ask, what is the Rat King? Its mind is beyond the comprehension of us mortals, Mouse.
But surely I can do something to help.
You are helping, Mousy. Yes, of course you are helping. You are my right hand in the struggle against Rat King's forces. But the final battle will be mine, and mine alone.
Why?
As the poet said, the best laid plans of mice and men often go to shit.
I see. And I'm the mouse in this quote?
Why wouldn't you be, Mousy?
Hey there.
But of course I can.
Actually...
What's going on, Igor?
Do you think...
But I'll be...
Maybe some other...
You're the boss.
Howdy, Professor.
Hi, Olga. What's going on with you?
I just remembered something. I thought you might find it interesting. I was guiding a group of biology researchers from America a couple years ago. I showed them around the Red Forest and everything. They were taking measurements, and one guy told me that the trees had barely changed since the incident. I hadn't really thought about it till now. But it really does feel like this whole place is a snapshot of the past, like a butterfly caught in amber.
That's probably due to the radiation. It almost wiped out the microorganisms living on the forest floor. There's almost no decay, so the trees don't rot like they normally would. I mean, they are decaying, but extremely slowly.
So it's almost like time stopped in the Red Forest after the explosion. I find that weirdly romantic.
Not my kind of poetry, but I can appreciate the sentiment, Olga. Hi, Olga.
I'd be glad.
Actually...
The fuck you want?
Mikhail...
Have stuff gathering and...
Actually...
What's the matter?
Hey there.
But of I can't.
Fantastic.
Time for another lesson, Mousy. I'm going to teach you how to use resources more effectively. If you're willing to learn, that is. It's about looking at the big picture, understanding the correct ratio of components, and knowing how to substitute one item for another. Crafting stuff is not just about memorizing blueprints. I will demonstrate this by helping you assemble a firearm. Pay attention and follow my instructions to the letter, Mousy. You know the drill. Find 10 ingredients. They are very well hidden this time. Just don't let me fall asleep waiting for your return. Now approach the gunsmithing bench. A true gunsmith knows his weapon by heart. He understands what each component does and exactly how it affects the others. But at the same time, he sees the weapon as a whole, almost as a living organism that grows and evolves. That's the real secret of creating the perfect enhancement for your weapon. Good, good, you got it! Maybe your PhDs were not a complete waste of time. You impress me, Mousy. You will make a great addition to the great Rat Catcher's army.
Wow!
Oh, the suspense is killing me. Who's on your shit list today?
Drumroll, please! General Kozlov, the single biggest NAR twat of them all! Time to end his miserable life. Pay back for what he did to my friends. And for his other shameful deeds, of course. Can't forget that.
You've got friends? That's new.
Very funny. This fucker and his cronies iced my boys. Don't you ever joke about that. You fucking hear me? His lapdogs captured us, tortured us. I got lucky. They just beat the ever-loving shit out of me and left me to die.
What happened?
He thought we were human trash. Something he could just dispose of. They tortured and killed my friends! I made it. Might have taken one too many blows to the head. Who knows? Anyway, a perfect opportunity to exact revenge on this cocksucker's approaching. He's gonna give some kind of motivational speech to his private army of knobbers outside in Lenin Square.
This sounds like a real opportunity. Taking Kozlov out is the only way to stop him from interfering with our plans. And to make him pay for his crimes, obviously.
We are going to pull the Rat King's teeth, one by one. Kozlov is one of his shiniest fangs and sharpest. But we should question him first. Killing him straight away would waste all the work we put into exposing his big plans, and the end of the world, and all that.
I agree on one point. Kozlov must die. But we don't have time for fun and games. Just dispose of him quickly and get out. Maybe he does deserve to suffer, and perhaps he has some intel we could use. But the only way to make sure he can't interfere is to kill him right away. That's what I recommend.
We need Kozlov alive. I'm open to suggestions.
I've had an inspiration, Mousy. The great Ratcatcher appeared to me during my meditations and unveiled a plan. The Rat King's minions have made a nest in Energetic, one of the monuments to vanity from the previous era. You seem surprised, but yes. The Rat King has been here for decades.
I used to live here. I know the buildings, the streets, and I know Pripyat.
I know you do, Mousy. You need to sneak into the rat's den. It may seem daunting, but you must find the courage. Remember my teachings. and the rats won't notice you. The main entrance is well protected, but there is a side door. The perfect hole for a quiet and clever mousey like yourself. This is a great opportunity, mousey. The Rat King's minion will be vulnerable, alone, just waiting for you. The time has come to instill the fear of the great rat catcher in their black and shriveled hearts.
Okay, I'm ready to talk to Kozlov.
Olivier wants to play soldiers, Igor. For him, everything is war. And the spoils of war. What about you, my darling? What is your mission? The NAR doesn't care about anything or anyone. Deaths are just numbers on a page for that greedy corporate beast. And the beast won't allow you to pull out its teeth so easily.
Let's try this. I could swear that was the best strategy. Olivier, I'm up on the roof. There's a signal flare in the distance.
I assume it's red?
Yes.
Must be the drop zone. That's your target. Time to roll. Good luck.
Yes, sir, Olivier, sir.
Anton was a good guy. So let's do our best. For him. Try to keep a low profile out there. Don't let NAR spot you. And don't take more than you can easily carry.
Where the fuck is he? Find him! Find him!
Olivier, I can see the crates. It looks promising.
Well done. I know you worked hard for this, but don't get greedy. Remember, low profile. Don't listen to that soldier boy. Fuck low profile. Remember the pointers I gave you, Igor. Be a pro. Igor, any ammo you leave behind, they're gonna use to shoot you in the ass. Blow that shit sky high.
Olivier's right. Causing an uproar when it's not completely necessary won't help our mission.
The fuck you want?
What's going on, Igor?
Wake up, Igor.
Tanya, what's going on?
I want you to see something.
Can't you just tell me?
Kopachi. I'll be waiting for you, my love.